Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Class 4. Welcome to Al Munir High School e-learning system. This is your science class, and today we are going to discuss and learn unit number 5. The title of unit number 5 is Matter and its States. Students, we know that everything around us is made up of matter. Even the table, chairs, board and air also considered as matter. So students, this is your science book, Amazing Science, with amazing facts about science, and we are on unit number 5, Matter and its States. Yes, anything that has space and occupies some weight, yes, is called matter. So anything that has weight and takes up space is called matter. Here we have the definition of matter. So students, first of all, look at the first topic, that is about the matter. Yes, there are many different kinds of things in the world. They are of different shapes, sizes and colors. Some are hard, some are soft, and some are warm and some are cold. They may be wet or dry, rough or smooth. All these things look and feel different from each other. For example, if you look at the table is totally different from the air that is present around us. And if you look at the water is wet. And if you look at the sand is dry. Some surfaces are rough and some surfaces are smooth. Look at the tiles or stones. The surface of tiles are smooth, the surface of stones are rough. Some things which are present around us have different shapes and they have different sizes. Even their colors are different. Some things are hard and some things are soft. So students, there are many things around us. All these things in the world have weight and take up space. So students, everything that is present around us has some weight and take up space. Some things are light and some things are heavy. So the definition is, please underline this definition, anything that takes up space and has weight is called matter. So हर वो चीज़ जिसके जो कोई ना कोई जगह ले रही है, takes up space means कोई जगह लेती है, घेरती है, and has weight और उसका कोई वजन है, is called matter. Matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. So all these things are made up of very tiny particles, and these tiny particles are called atoms. There are millions and millions of atoms in a tiny grain of sand. So this is the example of atom. If we look at the table is also made up of matter, and that matter is made up of tiny particles. Tiny means बहुत छोटे size के, and these tiny particles are called atoms. Now we have different states of matter. Students, matter can be found in three states or three forms. The state of matter depends on the arrangement of its particles. According to their arrangement of particles, we have three states of matter. Yes, and also on the amount of space between them. Matter can be in form of solid, liquid and in the form of gas. So for example, rock is a solid and rock is made up of a matter. Water is liquid and water is made up of a matter. Oxygen, which is a gas and present in our environment, is also a matter and it is a gas. So matter has three states: solid, liquid and gas, according to the arrangement of their particles. The particles of solid are very close to each other and they are linked to each other. Look at this picture of solid particles. What he is saying, in a solid the particles are very close to each other. They are linked to each other and are arranged regularly. Yes, it is they are arranged in a regular pattern. Therefore a solid has a fixed volume and fixed shape. So that's why all the solid things which are present around us have some fixed shape and they has a fixed volume. For example, table, chair, balloon, all these solid things are present that are present around us has fixed volume and a fixed shape. Now look at the arrangement of the particles of liquid. The particles of liquid are close together but they can slide over one another. So it means that there are some spaces that are present between the particles of liquid. So that's why a liquid has no fixed shape, because their particles are not very close to each other. They are just close to each other but they can slide over one another because they have spaces between them. But it does have a fixed volume, but their volume is fixed but they have no fixed shape. A liquid can flow and it take the shape of the vessel it is poured into. The surface of a liquid is always level. So whenever we pour liquid or water in a glass, it takes up the shape of a glass. Now students, look at the next point, that is gas. Yes, there are bigger spaces between the particles in a gas than between those in a liquid. They are not linked and they can move freely in all directions. For this reason, a gas has no fixed shape and no fixed volume. Now look at the particles of a gas. Gas particles are not close to each other. They have bigger spaces between the particles of a gas. So that's why they have no fixed shape, no fixed volume. For example, oxygen is present in our environment, carbon dioxide is present in our environment, and steam. So students, after reading this, we come to know that matter has three states: solid, liquid and gas, and their arrangement of particles are different. Matter can change its state. Yes, substances remain solid, liquid or gas at certain temperatures. If they are heated or cooled, they can change their form. For example, ice is solid, is heated, it changes to water, a liquid. When water is heated, it changes to water vapor, a gas. So students, matter can change its state from solid to liquid and liquid to gas. Here we have the example that how a change of state occurs. From ice cubes melt because of heat and then ice cubes changed into water. So ice cubes are solids, it can be changed into liquid form. For example, when a solid such as ice is heated, its particles begin to move faster. Eventually they move so fast that they move away from each other. As they begin to move around more freely, the ice melts. It changes to liquid water and no longer has a fixed shape. So students, after reading this, we come to know that heat change ice into water. So heat is the main factor which can change the state of matter from one form to another form. Now students, look at this paragraph. What he is saying, when a liquid such as water is heated, again if we heat the water, again its particles move more faster. Some of the particles knock each other and so far apart they form bubbles inside the liquid. Students, whenever we boil water on our stove, you can watch that the water move very fast and their particles knock with each other and they form bubbles before making the steam. These bubbles rise to the surface of the liquid and escape into the air. They form the gas water vapors. So gas water vapors are the third state of matter, that is gas. So it can convert into gas. Next we have the melting. What is melting point? If you heat a solid, the particles begin to move faster. They have a lot of energy. They hit against each other and begin to move apart. When this happens, the solid melts into a liquid. The temperature at which a solid change into liquid is called melting point. So students, please underline the definition of melting point. What is melting point? When the temperature at which a solid change into a liquid is called its melting point. एक ऐसा टेम्परेचर जिस पे कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट जो हमारे पास सॉलिड कंडीशन में है वो कन्वर्ट हो जाए लिक्विड के अंदर, वो उसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट कहलाता है. फॉर एग्जांपल बर्निंग ऑफ ए कैंडल इज ए सॉलिड. व्हेन वी टर्न इट ऑन, हम जब उसको फायर से टच करते हैं and it start heating, it start melting, so it reaches to a temperature from where it starts melting. So that point or that temperature at which a solid change into liquid is called melting point. So same like the freezing point. When water is put in a freezer, it cools down. The particles lose energy and they slow down. They move closer to each other and the liquid freezes to become a solid ice. The freezing point of water is 0 degree centigrade. Yes, whenever we put water into our freezer, its particles lose energy and they slow down. They come to each other and start freezing. So that point where water starts to freeze is called freezing point. And freezing point of water is 0 degrees centigrade. Next we have the boiling point. When water is heated, bubbles appear on its surface as it begins to boil. The temperature at which a liquid boils is called its boiling point. And the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, 100 degrees centigrade, the water starts boiling. Means that water is converted into water vapors or gas or steam. Next we have the evaporation process. Liquid water change into gas water vapors. This can happen even without boiling. So students, the process in which without boiling or without giving the heat, when liquid water change into water vapors, it is called the process of evaporation. If you leave some water in an uncovered pan, it slowly changes into water vapors. Finally, the pan becomes dry. This change from a liquid to gas is called evaporation. Next, we have the condensation. Condensation. Put some ice cubes in a glass. You will see that drops of water form on the outside of the glass. This happens because water vapors in the air change into water droplets when it touches a cold surface. This change of water vapor or glass into liquid is called condensation. Students, whenever look at this picture, whenever you put some ice in a glass, you can feel that the outer surface of the glass get wet and shows the drops of water outside the glass. Why it happens? This happens because water vapors that is present in the air change into water droplets. Yes, and this process is called condensation. Next we have the mixtures. What is a mixture? A mixture contains more than one substance. A mixture contains more than one substance. It is not a pure substance. Air is a mixture of, for example, air is a mixture of many gases. Coffee and tea is a mixture of water, sugar and coffee beans. Ice cream is also a mixture because it is a mixture of milk, sugar and cream. A fizzy drink like cola is also a mixture of water, sugar and carbon dioxide. Coins are also made up of different metals. Next we have kinds of mixtures. Solution. When we mix sugar and water, the mixture is clear. We cannot see the sugar in the water. This mixture is called solution. Okay students, whenever we mix anything like sugar and salt in water, it make a mixture of sugar and water, salt and water. We cannot see the sugar because it has mixed with the water. The sugar has dissolved in the water. Sugar being added to water and sugar and water mixed to form a solution. So here, which is in larger quantity, is water and it is called solvent, and the sugar which is in smaller quantity is called solute. So the sugar is called solute and water is called the solvent. Sugar is soluble in water. Students, next we have the suspension. Look at these topics. Suspension. Some substances are not soluble in water. We say that they are insoluble and do not dissolve in water. For example, if you put some stones in water, it never gets dissolved in water. Sand and chalk are insoluble in water. If you add some powdered chalk to a glass of water and shake it, you will see white specks in the water. So it is not dissolved in water. Next we have emulsion. Add some cooking oil to a glass of water and shake it. You will see that the water becomes cloudy. Oil is not soluble in water. Yes, oil and water do not mix properly. We call this type of a mixture emulsion. Next students, we have alloy and different examples of alloy. A mixture of different metals is called alloy. For example, copper coins, brass keys, bronze candle stands. So coins and cooking pots are made up of alloy. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc metals. Examples are these pictures. Look at these pictures of copper, brass and bronze. Okay students, this is all for today. Allah Hafiz. Take care.